Hi YouTube, my name is Eliza Fortney. I am a freelance illustrator and designer. Today I'm going to be talking about how I make income as a freelance artist and ways that you can as well. So what I've done is I've broken up these categories into active and passive income, and right now my career is mostly active income. So by active work I mean I create something for someone, say a children's book, and I get paid for that project and then that's it. Like, I've done the project, I got paid, and it's done. Whereas passive income is I create something and say I upload a piece of artwork onto the internet, onto a product, and then every time someone orders that product I make money. So that would be more passive income because I've done the work and now all there is to do is advertise it and people can keep buying it and I can keep getting money over and over and over again no matter how many times people buy it. Whereas the active income, it's just one and done. My first area of revenue comes from Upwork. Now with Upwork, it's a really awesome website. It is open for any kind of freelancer, whether you're a web designer, an accountant, an illustrator like myself. So I've been with Upwork for a little over a year now and I've gotten a lot of great projects through them. It's free to sign up. They do take a 20% service fee out of whatever project you do. Say you do a project that pays $10, you'll get $2 taken out of that, but you'll still get a lot of exposure because you can upload your resume and portfolio onto their website. I've made a lot of good revenue from Upwork, and as of right now it's one of my biggest sources of income. So even if you're just starting out as an artist, I would recommend looking into it. At least make a portfolio on that website. There's some people who are looking to hire a children's book illustrator for their book, but they don't have a huge budget, so that could be a really good way to get your foot in the door if you're a beginner. And they also have bigger projects for expert level, like children's book illustrators for a professional book, and they're willing to pay $7,000 plus for that project. So if you are an experienced illustrator, that could also be a really awesome outlet for you. My next source of revenue comes from friends and family. Now, I've received some different projects through friends and family. I've received children's book projects, I've received quite a few portraits, a lot of pet portraits, and I've also received an internship through it as well. Networking with your friends and family can be really awesome, really helpful, and it's really, really great when you're first starting out because, let's be honest, it's really hard to get your foot in the door. It really was for me as well. So having people who already know you and are ready to support you, take a hold of those opportunities. If you're just starting out as an artist, start by offering, say, pet portraits for people. You don't have to charge a lot when you're starting out. It's more important to get experience at that point while still getting paid for your work. So maybe start out with, like, say $20 for a pet portrait for someone and reach out to friends and family, especially around the holidays. I was able to make a lot of extra income around the holidays doing pet portraits for people, and pretty much all of my pet portrait commissions came from people that I knew on Facebook. I just set up a simple post on Facebook saying, hey, I'm offering pet portraits to people for a reasonable price, and I had lots of friends and family reach out to me wanting these pet portraits, and they even told some of their friends and family about it as well. So then I got their friends and family coming to me for portraits as well. So my next source of income comes through social media. I will be honest, I haven't received a lot of income through social media, to be honest. I don't have a huge following yet. I'm still working up to that, mainly just for building my business. I've received some requests from people looking to do children's books and pet portraits and also portraits of friends. So I have received some of those projects, but not as much as my other sources of income. So if you're only using social media right now to get your art business up and going, I would highly consider starting to branch out into other sources of income as well, as I mentioned before, Upwork, and again, reaching out to friends and family, unless you have a huge following and there's just people asking you for commissions left and right. If so, that is awesome. Keep doing what you're doing, but if you're just starting out and you don't have a huge following yet, this can be pretty difficult. My next source of income comes from LinkedIn. LinkedIn, I have used it for several years now, and I don't really get a lot of income through them, but I did want to include LinkedIn because I have gotten some children's book projects through them because some of my close friends that I had through LinkedIn were able to connect me with some of their friends who were looking for a children's book illustrator. So it can be really helpful if you have some good connections on LinkedIn. You can always ask for a referral, and if you have connections, you can help refer people as well. I haven't received a ton of work through LinkedIn, so again, if you're only using LinkedIn as your source of income, I would consider branching out into other areas as well. My next source of income, applying to online jobs. Guys, I really have not received much at all from this, and if you're struggling, I don't want you to feel alone or too discouraged, because I have really not gotten much at all from just applying to jobs online. This includes places like Indeed.com, Monster Jobs, all of those places. And I believe the reason is because it's very impersonal and also highly competitive. If you don't know the person, all you have from them is just their online resume and their online portfolio. And sometimes those are enough to get you a job, and that's awesome. But a lot of the time, you really need to get to meet the person, talk with them. If you're only applying to jobs online and you're not getting much headway, don't feel bad, don't get discouraged. Try the other areas like I talked about. My next source of income is networking. Now, this one has been honestly the best one. And unfortunately, it's been really hard, actually kind of impossible right now with COVID, not really being able to meet with people in person. But when I was in college, we had people come to our campus for networking events from different companies, and I'm a very introverted person, and especially in college, I was very shy my first couple of years, but I forced myself to go and talk with these people, even if it was just a couple of minutes, giving them my business card, quickly introducing myself, try not to seem too awkward. It really, really helped, because it puts a face and a personality to your portfolio and resume. Like I was saying before, applying to online jobs is really, really difficult, but once you actually know the person, you meet them, they're going to be able to remember you that much more. You're going to be able to stand out against all of those other applications. So if you can, I really encourage you to meet people in person. I haven't really done any kind of networking events per se since I've been out of college, so I don't know how helpful those are, especially in the art world. But if you have an opportunity to actually meet with someone from, say, a company you're interested in, if you're interested in Disney or if you're interested in Hallmark, make it a priority if you really, really want that job to meet with them in person. And if you can't do it in person, just reach out to them via LinkedIn and try to schedule up a quick Zoom meeting if you can. I know it's scary and intimidating, but it is really going to make that much more of an impression on them to know that, hey, this person actually wants to talk with us and meet with us in person, get to know us, instead of just adding your resume and portfolio to the massive pile that they already have. I honestly have gotten all of my internships this way, now that I think of it, and my jobs too. When I worked in-house with Hallmark, I was able to network with them, and they told me to apply online like everyone else. However, they were going to look for my specific portfolio and resume amongst all of the other applications, because they had already met me, they liked my work, and they just had to formalize it by making it go through their computer system, all of that. So yeah, I was able to get all of my internships from networking. I would not consider myself a big personality or not even that good at networking. Like, I'm not a very outgoing person, but just by making the effort, talking with them in person, and being able to just meet face to face made that much of a difference. My next form of income comes from my Etsy shop, and right now I am working on selling stickers, and I'm trying to get another shop up and running where I'm going to sell my digital products as clip art as well, but I haven't gotten to that yet. I am working on getting that up and running, hopefully within the next few months. But I have not made a ton of money yet on Etsy. Really, I've only been doing it for a couple months, but I have enjoyed it. I haven't made a ton of sales, like I said before. Right now, it's more of just a fun side business. I will warn you though, Etsy is highly competitive, so don't be discouraged if it takes you a while to build up your Etsy shop. I've known lots of people who've been working at this for years. It takes a lot of time to build up an Etsy shop, and with the algorithm of Etsy, you have to have sales and also have good reviews in order for them to bump your products up onto the first and second page, because when you first start out, they're going to kind of bump you all the way to the back of the search listing. So don't be discouraged, keep at it. And again, reach out to friends and family, ask them if they're willing to buy some of your products. What I'm doing right now with my Etsy shop is I'm trying to figure out what products people actually are wanting to, what designs people are actually wanting to buy from my stickers. So right now I have discovered that my pug stickers and my frog sticker is actually my most popular. So I'm going to use that knowledge and start making more stickers geared around frogs and pugs, because that seems to be what people are liking right now. I'm still going to put up some stickers that I really like, but again, if you're looking to sell things, you really have to look at what is selling and what people enjoy so that people will continue coming to your shop. My next source of income that I am still working on, but I wanted to include, I just started this YouTube channel, but I still wanted to include it because it is a good source of side income. I have a lot of people that I know who use YouTube as a good source of side income, and it's also just really fun. And I do have a passion for teaching and helping others with their art goals, so this is kind of a good blend of everything. Like, I get to connect with you guys and hear about your stories and get to give you just some art tips and tricks that I've learned along my art journey that are hopefully helpful. So yeah, if you are looking for a fun side way to earn income, I would look into YouTube. So my next source of income comes from art tutoring. I haven't done a ton of art tutoring, but I did have quite a few clients. I've taken a break from it right now just because I'm really busy with freelance projects. Wyzat is a really fun app that you can use. Wyzat, you're able to make your own tutoring profile, list what you are teaching, and you can look for people who are looking for that specific tutoring job. For example, I specialized in teaching people how to use Procreate and Photoshop and also basic drawing skills. And there's actually a lot of people out there who want to learn how to use Photoshop and Procreate. I had some students who just wanted a really quick overview, and had other students who really had no idea about the product, but they were really interested in learning about how to paint in Procreate. So I was able to teach them over a couple of months, and it was really fun. It was a great little side income. Another source of income that I have is logo design. Now, I don't have a ton of graphic design experience, so my logos are a little more illustration based, but I have received quite a few requests from clients who are looking for a more illustrative based logo. For example, I did some jelly jar logo designs that were really fun. They wanted a little otter character on the front of their logo. If you are more of an illustrator but you are interested in logo design, I would consider giving this a try, maybe just creating some logos and adding them to your portfolio. Moving on to passive income, right now I have a couple different sources of passive income. I have my designs uploaded on Redbubble and on Society6. So if you have not heard of these websites, they are websites that you can upload your artwork to and put it onto different products they have. So they have t-shirts, they have stickers, they have hats, they have puzzles, they have lots and lots of different things, mainly clothing, but they have other things as well. And you can upload your artwork onto it. It's free, and I believe you only receive about 20% of the proceeds, which is not a ton. However, when people order the product with your design, you don't have to worry about shipping, you don't have to worry about processing, any of that. Everything is taken care of by the company. I have received much more income from Redbubble. Honestly, I'm not entirely sure why. It could just be because my designs are a little more catered to Redbubble style. I'm not sure, but I have received actually quite a bit of income from my mask designs. Since COVID started, uploading my designs onto masks has really helped me develop a good side income. For a while, people were buying masks every single day, especially when COVID first started. So if you're looking for a nice side income that you don't really have to worry about, I would recommend at least advertising your designs on your social media pages and giving people links to your designs on Redbubble. There are a lot of designs on Redbubble, so it can be very competitive. But if you have people who already like your designs, give them a link on your social media page, and that way they'll be able to find your designs easily. And once people start ordering more of your products, just like Etsy, they'll start bumping up your products to the first and second page searches. So another form of passive income that I briefly talked about before is digital downloads. Again, I have not started this yet, but I'm working on it right now, and I'm going to start doing it within the next couple of months. This is another really great source of passive income that I would recommend you look into as well if you are an illustrator and you're looking for ways to sell your digital artwork. This can be really awesome because there are a lot of people out there who are looking for clip art, and a lot of people think of clip art as just like little icons, which they can be. However, they can also be really nice illustrated pieces that are just broken up onto different layers. For example, I saw some really beautiful landscape illustrations that were on Etsy, but they were considered clip art because all of the elements, the trees, the hills, everything was on its own separate layer. So people could buy the digital download and then they could move the trees, the mountains around to create their own scenery. Things like greeting cards and stickers and all kinds of fun stuff to use, especially since you just upload it and then you don't have to worry about shipping and you don't have to worry about really anything else besides advertising. I really hope that you found this video helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Bye guys!